Spiritual Sam back in another one. I hope. Shout out to everybody. First thing first, shout out to everybody that is subscribed. Shout out to 211 of y'all. Y'all chosen ones. Hope you've been taking care of your energy. You know, I've been really vibing with myself, meditating, trying to really connect with the sun. The sun hasn't been out for a lot of us. But, you know, y'all got to understand, bro. Just because you getting into that slump, don't fall in with that slump. Don't get too comfortable with that. You know, a lot of y'all having trouble meditating because of all these distractions. But, you know, I want to, today, we're going to change it up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to react to the vid. Money is an illusion. Time and ego, everything is an illusion. You know, I want to get this with y'all. If you want me to react to anything, you know, not no bot stuff, not no three-dimensional stuff, some stuff that could better people, email me. My email will be down in the description. But, you know, further ado, let's get into this video. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I have a sort of suggestion, and that is this, that before we decide either to save the planet or to destroy it, we pause for a moment of silence. I don't mean that kind of grim silence which one observes when somebody says, such and such a famous person has just died.
You know, let's pause real quick, bro. Shout out to Kobe, R.I.P. Kobe. You know, he's a motivation to all. He motivates us to look past the negative and go through the positive. No matter what you're doing, you still gonna fight for and achieve your goal. You know, Kobe was one of the first person I looked into when I started meditating. He gave his part to it. He said it made him the best version of himself. Meditating every day, getting that sleep every single day helped him better him, bro. He really put me on game, bro. And it's just sad that what happened to him, bro. It was just so random. You know, it's not even just random. I look at it at a woke standpoint. I look at it like he was sacrificed, you know, by the elites. You know what I'm saying? If you do your research on Kobe was sacrificed, you'll find it. You know, I'm not going to get too in-depth in it, but, you know, R.I.P. to Kobe. Let's still watch this video.
Observe a moment of silence in his honor, and everybody frowns and thinks very serious thoughts. That's not silence at all. I mean real silence, in which we stop thinking and experience reality as reality is. Because after all, if I talk all the time, I can't hear what anyone else has to say. And if I think all the time, and by that I mean specifically talking to yourself subvocally inside your skull, if I think all the time, I have nothing to think about except thoughts. And so I'm never in touch with the real world. Now, what is the real world?
The Matrix, an illusion.
Some people have the theory that the real world,
for us spiritual beings, we look at this Matrix like, hold on, let me pause. For us spiritual beings, we look at this Matrix like it's a beautiful place because we've developed that mindset. You know, everything is mental. You know, 90% mental, 10% physical. Let's keep watching.
Stuff. Other people have the theory that the real world is spiritual or mental.
Spiritual.
But I want you to point out that both those theories of the world are concepts. They are constructions of words. And the real world is not an idea. It is not words. Reality is... You will find, therefore,
the artwork is just beautiful,
that if you get with reality, all sorts of illusions disappear. And I will mention several illusions that have not this kind of existence. Let's begin with some very down-to-earth ones, like money.
Money, y'all. Hit the pause button real quick. Y'all gotta understand, bro. I think most y'all understand. Money can't buy happiness. Money can buy short-term happiness. Money can change lives. Money can change a homeless person's life. Money can't change your mental state of mind. Say if you're depressed, yeah, you're gonna be happy. You're gonna be happy for a few days, but then once those days go by, once you continue to use that materialistic thing that you bought, you're gonna go back to that sad and depressing state of mind. That's how you see all these rappers with all these cars and still sad and depressed. It's just facts. Money can change lives, but money can't buy happiness. Let's keep it watching. Let's keep it moving.
Is a very useful method of accounting. It is a measure of wealth in the same way as inches are measures of length and grams measures of weight. You cannot eat money. You could have a fantastic quantity of dollar bills and stock certificates on a desert island, and they would be useless to you. What you would need would be food.
Yeah.
And animals and companions. Money simply represents wealth in rather the same way that the menu represents the dinner. Only we are psychologically perverted in such a way that some of us would rather have money than real wealth.
People are, brainwashed by the Matrix.
You cannot drive in 5 cars
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we need money,
even though they be Cadillacs.
But y'all take money before everything,
you cannot live
bro.
simultaneously in 6 houses.
You know what I mean?
Or eat
take money before your own happiness.
One meal. There is a limit to what one can consume. So that's one of the sort of confusions I'm talking about. Another is that we confuse ourselves as living organisms with our idea of ourselves.
You know what I'm saying?
That is to say, with a conception of myself which is called the personality or ego.
Ego. Y'all gotta understand, bro. Y'all gotta understand, bro. All the shit you see on social media, bro. All the things you want to be like. You want to be like an athlete. You want to be like this. It's all your ego. Understand me when I say this. We are all one except for our ego. You know what I'm saying? We are all one except for our ego. If our ego were to die off, like from our looks, from our skin, from, our sexuality, we will all be the same person. We'll all be the same person. Me, I'm black. I'm wearing Dewey. If there was no skin color, no nothing, we would be all the same. You know what I'm saying? That's what people put themselves like on that pedestal where, they don't fit in. You know what I'm saying? They don't fit in, but y'all gotta understand, if you don't fit in, you are in the best situation in your life to succeed. You know what I'm saying? But let's keep it moving.
That is what we have been told we are. And it's an extremely crude and limited conception of oneself, of the actual unique living organism. And we get unhappy because we're thinking of ourselves in this way, because we think, well, gee, I'm going to die. I once talked to a woman who came to me and said she was afraid of death. And we went into it in a long conversation. I said, what are you really afraid of? And she thought it over, and he said, do you know, what I'm going to be afraid of is what other people are going to say. They're going to say, poor old Gert, she couldn't last.
Real quick. Y'all gotta understand, bro. What people say about you, whether it's negative, positive, none of that shit matter, bro. As long as you good with yourself, that's the only thing that matters. If someone call you ugly, bro, I just laugh and leave. You know what I'm saying? I just laugh and leave. If some bot or three-dimensional person were to call me ugly, I laugh and leave. Because I built self-love for myself. I don't care what people say about me. You know what I'm saying? People call me weird, delusional. People call me, you know what I'm saying? Christians call me, you know what I'm saying, go to hell. All types of words, bro. but I keep pushing. I'm gonna keep pushing, and I'm gonna keep being the man I need to be in this lifetime. You know what I'm saying? Although all those thoughts that people create on you don't matter. You know? But let's keep it moving.
Through. Because you see, who you think you are is entirely dependent on who people have told you you are. You're not that. Then another thing that bothers us is time.
Timing is an illusion, bro.
Most people nowadays say, I have no time.
Gotta understand.
Of course you don't.
Y'all gotta understand, bro. We don't need time. What we really need is that sun. The sun is everything. The sun should be our clock. When the sun rises, when the sun sets, that's our clock. But the Matrix has tricked us to set a time for everything to make us more stressed out. That's their whole goal. That's their whole agenda. Let humanity feel all these low vibrations. Let's keep it moving.
Because you are not aware of the present. You know, the present is represented on your watch by a hairline that is as thin as possible, as is consistent with visibility. And so everybody thinks the present is, instead of, now, the present is the only real time. There is no past, and there isn't a future.
The past is the past. The future is the future. You gotta stay in the present.
We think ordinarily of the present as an infinitesimal point at which the future changes into the past. And we also do a terrible thing. We imagine ourselves to be results of the past. And we're always passing the buck over our shoulders, like when God approached Adam in the Garden of Eden and said, "Hast thou eaten of the fruit of the tree whereof I told thee thou shouldst not eat?" And Adam said, "This woman thou gavest me, she tempted me, and I did eat." And God looked at Eve and said, "Hast thou eaten of the fruit of the tree whereof I told thee thou shouldst not eat?" And she said, "The serpent beguiled me, and I did eat." And God, out of the corner of his eye, looked at the serpent. The serpent said nothing.
If you know, you know, bro. If you know, you know. I'm not gonna say nothing.
So you see, we're always passing the buck. And don't realize that the past is caused by the present, as the wake of a ship flows back from the prow. Now, the wake doesn't drive the ship any more than the tail wags the dog. But we've all got excuses. Well, my mother had a fit while she was carrying me in the womb. They didn't bring me up right. And then they go to the mother and say, "How is it that you could have been so irresponsible with your children?" And she says, "Well, it was my parents didn't bring me up right either." And so everybody passes the buck. But the truth of the matter is, it all begins here. This is where the creation begins. And you're doing it and won't admit it. Because, of course, you're all God in disguise. Jesus found that out, and they crucified him for saying so. So this is a very odd thing for Westerners to understand, and particularly for Americans. Because we are so fixated on the future. When we say,
don't worry about the future. The future, it has no future. Y'all gotta understand, bro. The future is literally a book, a chapter book, and you gotta keep reading that book to figure all those little pieces to match up to the future. You know what I'm saying? The future is untold. You know, don't get held in the future.
Well, do you? Much better to have a present.
Hell yeah.
Because if you don't, it's useless to make plans. Because when they work out, you won't be there to enjoy them. You'll be thinking of something else. So we realize that we are living out of now and throwing the past behind us.
Famous quote, You know what I'm saying? Pause it and read it. The meaning of life is just to be alive. It is so plain and obvious and so simple. You know what I'm saying? And everybody yet rushes around in a great panic as if it's were necessary to achieve something beyond themselves, bro. Famous quote by Elon Watson, if I said it right. Don't bash me in the comments. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's the end of the video. That's the end of the video. You know what I'm saying? I hope y'all enjoyed this video. It's something new I want to try out. But remember, y'all, a lot of stuff is starting to play out in the Matrix too. Hope you guys take care of yourself. My next vid is going to be about... That's my little sister. You know what I'm saying? My next vid is going to be about how to grow spiritually. Be sure to subscribe. Be sure to comment. Be sure to like the vid. And if you haven't subscribed, I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? Hope you guys take care of yourself. Hope you guys have a lovely, beautiful day. You know what I'm saying? My sister came in my room. But anyway, Spiritual Sam signing out. Peace, y'all.
Yes, Sam's room.